Hi everybody, this is a Photoshop tutorial on how to turn text into flames. Here I'm just using the pixels that my computer's actually set up on. You can use whatever you want. First I'm going to go ahead and turn the background black and choose the text. Now you can make whatever text you want to make out of it, and I like to use a Baden font, but you can use whatever you want. Make sure after you get everything in, write down everything that you want to write down, you duplicate the layer. After you duplicate the layer, you want to rasterize the first layer. Rasterizing will turn the text and basically make it treated like an image, and then merge that with the background. So now we have a black background with the text on it as one picture. Now we want to go ahead and rotate the image. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Make sure you leave enough room to add your flames in. Go ahead and use a pretty big selection there. Make sure you choose from the left, and you choose the wind. Okay, from here we're going to apply it a few times, let it stretch out a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy with it. I'd say 3, maybe 4 times, and then go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Get it back the way it was. Okay, so from here, when we make our selection, we want to leave enough room to make our flames go up. Now we want to go to Filter, and we're going to use the Liquify. And with the font that I have here, I'm going to start with 50, and 50 should be pretty good for starting out. Now when you are stretching it out, you want to go with a wavy motion. Don't go too crazy with it, otherwise later on it won't look quite as realistic. Okay, so after we get our basic first lines in, we want to drop the brush size drastically. I want to go down, and I used a 15 here. You don't have to be quite as careful with the 15, and make note that I'm doing one letter at a time. This way I can kind of keep the physics pretty much the same for each flame, doing it separately. Okay, now we're going to go down a little more just to get in between the small little crevices of the text. Okay, and from here you want to pull little tiny flames off of your text. Just adds a little bit of body to the flame. We're going to work with those to stretch those out. You want to be pretty subtle with it, because the more you stretch it, the thinner it gets. And if you mess up, it's not that big a deal. There's actually two things you can do if you mess up. One is, well, it's a good idea to remember the shortcut keys, because in this layout here, when you're in the liquify setting, there is no undo, but the shortcut keys still work, which the step backward is Control Alt and Z. And also, since we rasterized the text and turned it into an image, the background is also a part of the image, so you can pull from the black into the flame, which you'll see me do. And that'll just thin it out and darken it up a little bit. Now, if any of the flames that you're pulling off of the text goes up into your upper flames, you want to make sure you blend those in. So you just grab into your upper flames and just throw them right into your body flames. Make sure you're constantly in an upwards motion, upwards wavy motion. Now we have our basic outline of the flame. From this point you just click OK and it'll apply the effects. And now we want to start working with the color. So we go into our hue and saturation and make sure you hit colorize. Now we want our hue to go somewhere in the red. We want to bring our saturation up till it's got a general flame color. And that looks pretty good to me right there, so we'll go with that. So from here you want to make sure that you merge your hue and saturation with the background. Otherwise, that hue and saturation will apply to your whole image of everything if you have more in the background or anything. And after you merge it, that leaves you open to use the hue and saturation again, and we can fine-tune the color. So we're going to take the original red and orange and apply a more vibrant orange effect to it, and that gives us a more realistic flame color. Okay, from here we want to make sure that we merge that again with our background layer. And here is the fire that we copied the text from in the beginning, that we duplicated the layer. A lot of people might not add this part in, but I wanted to throw it in to give you a little bit of variety. Don't pay any attention to that extra layer, that was just a mistake. I want to rasterize our text again on our copy, and I'm gonna fill it in with black. You can use whatever color you'd like. So once we apply all of that together, we have kind of added a shadow in. I personally like the white, but again, that just gives you a little bit of variety for whatever project you're working on. And there you have it. If you guys have any questions on this video, please leave a comment, or any ideas or any suggestions on the next video, just let me know and I'll see what I can work on. Thanks guys.